The H1B Guy here, and today, the H1B Guy news for the week ending March 18th, 2022. Today I'll cover H1B lottery for fiscal year 2023 closes, heartbreaking documented dreamer testimony, and USCIS begs for applications. But before we get started, I'd like to ask you, if you haven't already, to please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube and like this video so that I can continue to produce more content like this for you. I also wanted to mention the H1B Guy offers a variety of consulting services. I help businesses and individuals solve complex work authorization issues in the recruitment process while bringing awareness to employment-based immigration benefits. If I can help you, please reach out. I'd love to hear how. And you can book an appointment directly with me via the h1bguy.com. Today's news is brought to you by Syndesis and Path to Canada, the ideal plan B for high-skilled immigrants currently located in the U.S. whose status may be uncertain, and by PERM-Ads.com, the industry leader in providing a seamless experience for employers and immigration attorneys navigating the complex PERM recruitment ad phase of the labor certification process. Now, the news. I wanted to wish those of you celebrating a very happy and colorful Holi. Between Holi and Diwali, I honestly believe one of these two holidays could also become a mainstream American holiday in the very near future. The biggest news of the week centers around the electronic portal for the H1B lottery for fiscal year 2023 closing at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, March 18th. As I've previously estimated, I expect there to be more than 310,000 names submitted into the lottery, leaving thousands and thousands of individuals anxiously awaiting their opportunity to live and work in the U.S. under H1B visa. Unfortunately, the odds are against most, with an estimated probability of 27% of being selected. I expect notifications of selection will begin appearing as soon as Sunday, March 20th, so keep checking those My USCIS accounts. Now, the news stories that interested me most this week. On March 15th, 2022, in a press release on padilla.senate.gov titled Padilla Chairs Judiciary Immigration Subcommittee Hearing Examining Barriers in Current Immigration System. Quote, U.S. Senator Alex Padilla, chair of the Senate Judiciary Subcommittee on Immigration, Citizenship, and Border Safety, held a hearing titled Removing Barriers to Legal Migration to Strengthen Our Communities and Economy. During the hearing, he questioned witnesses on how our immigration system is failing to meet the needs of the 21st century and what can be done to fill those gaps. The hearing featured testimony from Athulya Rajakumar, graduate of the University of Texas, Austin, Professor Stephen Lagomowski, the John S. Lehman Professor at Washington University School of Law, and Mr. Lyndon D. Melmed, partner at Barry Appleman and Leiden. Padilla questioned Ms. Rajakumar about her experience as a documented dreamer and how a pathway to citizenship and the enactment of the Americans Children's Act would impact her life. Ms. Rajakumar pointed to the fact that it would mean that she wouldn't have to be separated from her family and the country that she's called her home for the last 20 years. Padilla continued to question witnesses about how reforms to the American visa system would benefit our country and help clear the growing immigration backlogs. In a second round of questioning, Padilla questioned Ms. Rajakumar how her life would be different if she would have been granted legal permanent residence. He also questioned witnesses on employment-based visa cap limits and how exempting spouses and children from that cap would improve our immigration system. During the hearing, Padilla secured a verbal commitment from Ranking Member John Cornyn, Republican from Texas, and Senate Judiciary Committee Chair Dick Durbin, Democrat from Illinois, to work on legislation to rectify the circumstances documented dreamers like Ms. Rajakumar have had to face in the immigration process. Athulya's testimony was powerful and inspiring. I was moved to tears hearing the agony of dealing with her brother's mental health struggles and subsequent loss of life. Athulya's story is common and one that I've been sharing on this platform for more than a year in collaboration with Improve the Dream. Summer, who Athulya referred to as facing self-deportation in the next 4 months, was part of the Documented Dreamers introduction, as well as episode 1. The momentum for reform as it relates to the prevention of aging out for legal childhood arrivals continues to grow. I continue to remain confident we will soon see welcome changes that will prevent more than 10,000 documented dreamers who annually face self-deportation from experiencing the pain and agony on display in Athulya's testimony. You can watch Athulya's testimony on Improve the Dreams YouTube channel. There's a link in the description below. You can also help improve the dream by contacting your elected officials in support of the America's Children's Act. Improve the Dream has templates that will guide you for both calls and emails, and I've shared links in the video description below. On March 17th, 2022, in a tweet from USCIS, quote, "If you are a non-citizen who has an approved immigrant visa petition in the EB2 category, chargeable to India and a priority date earlier than September 1st, 2014, we encourage you to consider applying for adjustment of status in April." On Thursday, March 17th, USCIS also announced it would be accepting dates of filing for April 2022's visa bulletin. Reading this tweet makes me nauseous. What an absolute cluster and apparent lack of communication between USCIS and the Department of State. This is very clearly an admission of an undercalculation and subsequent correction for the Department of State. It's also an indicator to me that USCIS is going to make every effort to process as many cases as they are capable of. However, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that they will not be able to process more than 180,000 cases for fiscal year 2022, which would leave somewhere between 80,000 to 100,000 employment-based green cards wasted and lost. There's literally no other way to describe the current and ongoing situation for the green card backlog other than as a humanitarian crisis in our very own backyard. I continue to be disgusted and appalled by the lack of accountability for these bureaucrats. Something has to be done to change this rhetoric. For the full post on the H1B Guy news for the week ending March 18th, 2022, please check out the h1bguy.com. And a reminder that today's news was brought to you by Syndesis and Path to Canada, the ideal plan B for high-skilled immigrants currently located in the U.S. whose status may be uncertain. If you're facing an H1B denial or OPT expiration, don't get caught off guard. Make sure you have a plan B, and Syndesis and Path to Canada are your answers. To find out if you qualify, please be sure to use the link in the video description below, and someone from Syndesis or Path to Canada will be in touch. And also by PERM-Ads.com. The industry leader in providing a seamless experience for employers and immigration attorneys navigating the complex PERM recruitment ad phase of the labor certification process. If you're looking to reduce your costs and overhead associated with PERM labor certification recruitment advertising, let PERM-Ads.com help you. Just wanted to ask you again to please like this video, subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube, and click the bell for notifications so that you're notified anytime we post new content here to this channel. If you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I really appreciate your support. The H1B Guy, your global source for all things H1B.